Hey guys, welcome back to, yes, I'm still doing Halloween videos in December and it's nearly Christmas Day. I think there's 5 days till Christmas or something. So, when I'm filming this. But I wanted to take you through another very quick video. This is using the 3 Birds on Parade, something on my camera, 3 Birds on Parade Cricut cartridge stroke image set. So I meant to say this in the last video, Mum, if you're watching, I know you have this one, so drag it out and use it. But it's super easy, and I use the print and cut feature. So basically, this is just white cardstock. This is actually a cheap matte photo paper. That's what I used for this, and it cut amazing in the Cricut. And also I used some RGB codes or hex codes to decide on these colours. So these colours were actually from, I believe these ones were paper tray ink hex codes. Can't remember the name of the colours. And the I think the green was a Stampin' Up one. I think this I left the colours that it automatically had. So it will give you ideas, it will give you colour ideas. And I think I changed the colour of this is like an apricot-y kind of colour. I thought it lent itself more to like a Halloween because it's got an orange tone to it. So that's my little tweeter. And then for the eye I used some Nouveau, it's like a black glossy colour, I can't remember what it's called now. And then on the rim of the hat I just used the, my favourite is the, oh I've got to have a look now because I can't remember. White Blizzard Nouveau, it's my favourite, and yeah, I had a bit of an accident so I've lost half the bottle, but that's another story for another day. So but anyway, so I just use that just to add some accent. You don't have to do that at all, you can just have them plain, just with the colours, or if you've got coloured cardstock you can just make up the, you can use the cuts to make the cut files and put them together. Really easy to put together as well. So I'm going to use her, and she's cut it 3 inches, by the way. All my images this week are 3 inches tall, just in case I haven't said that. And then I'm going to use Highland Heather, which is a Stampin' Up ink. It was as close to the purpley tones that I had in ink, because obviously I didn't actually use any Highland Heather in this. I could have, but I didn't. So I didn't think of that at the time. So this is as close to purple, and it works with. It doesn't necessarily have to match. So just think, if you put it next to it, does it work for you? Is it pleasing to your eye? That's what then works, not whether or not it matches. So that just shows you it doesn't actually match. It's not a matching colour. And then I'm using my pink stamper, of course, Spooky Puns. I've been going back to these. They're obviously well loved, but I've been going back to these recently, especially for Cricut cuts. They work. The sentiments work really well. There's tons of stamps and I've got loads of them, but for like just a full sheet of sentiments, these are really good. The sad thing is she doesn't make them anymore, so you can't really get them, and I've even tried to search just for, on eBay and places like that, and I can't find them. So so I've got a few sets, but yeah, she doesn't make them anymore. But I think there's a lot of companies now that do have just pure sentiments. In fact, My Favorite Things does a lot of that. And I want to say Honeybee Stamps does the same sort of idea, where they just have like loads of sentiments on a, whatever the theme is. So nowadays there's a lot more, but when these came out there wasn't that much on the market. But they're really, really cool. So I do go back and forth on them. I mean, back and forth, I do go back to them all the time. So I've got a piece of, now this isn't, I think this is actually, I want to say this is Lawn Fawn, or is it Lawn Fawn or Gina K? It's one of them, I think. So I think this is actually 5.5 by 8.5 wide. Yeah, this is one of their companies. I want to say it's Gina K, but I can't remember. I was going through all my stuff and I was like sorting things out and just sort of getting my scraps sorted out and things like that, and I actually just went through, and any large pieces I had I just made into card bases. So again, I've got like this plethora of colours and card, but honestly it doesn't matter. I picked a colour again that works with and coordinates with my image, so that's what I did there. But this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25, so that's my card base. And then I have a piece of black cardstock. This is I think this is Crafter's Companion black cardstock, matte black I think they call it, and this is 4 inches by 5.25. So I'm just going to pop that, I can't talk, onto the base. Like so. And then this is actually this double-sided paper. I've used this one in a recent video as well. These are Stampin' Up! Old DSP papers, pattern papers from a good few years ago. So I found this one with this little like spooky village scene, and I just cut it down, and then I decided that actually she'd be walking along the road, so I found another one that sort of looks like it. So again, this is trying to use my pattern papers. I love pattern paper. I will more than likely start hoarding it again, but for a long time I decided not to buy any because I didn't know what to do with it. So I've been trying to grab this as and when I could so that I can actually use it. So this is going to be very simple. You could ink the edges, you could do all sorts of stuff, but I'm just going to keep it even simpler today. If I can find my what's the name. So just going to stick this then on this layer. Oh, and this layer is 5 by 3 3/4, and then this is 3 3/4 by about 1.5 ish. I just kind of guessed. That's just gonna, where this line here is of this section, this part of the village, I'm gonna kind of cover that up so that it looks like this is the village, if that makes any sense. You'll see what I mean in a minute. And so just lining it up there. Right. So yes, there's bits sticking out here, but by the time we've got her on, you ain't gonna see it much. So it looks like the village is in the background and she's having a little stroll along. It's just. I'm going to put the sentiment on now, if I can get in here. And I'm just going to put it I don't know how dark this is going to be. Looks a little dry. Just going to pop it down here. Oh, that's alright. I wasn't sure if that was going to be dark enough, funny enough. But it is. So yay. And then I'm just going to pop her up on some foam. These are Stampin' Up! Ones. But any foam pop dot thing will work. See, will that fit on there? Yeah, just fits. And then I'm going to use her arm and her body to try and cover it, especially that one. This isn't so bad because it could look like, the tops of the trees could look like grass or something. But mostly that little thing Isn't that so tweet? I'm sorry, I love a good pun. But that, it looks like that little village is in the background, so I thought that was clever on my part, because I don't often think of things like that. But I hope you enjoyed this, I hope you like this, and I hope you drag this cartridge out again if you've got it as a cartridge, or if you've got it on Design Space, or if you've still got your gypsy, you can still, you know, design that way and manipulate things. But I hope you like this, and I will just zoom in for you. I will see you in the next one. This is the last of the Halloween for this year. We are still in 2020, and yes, I'm still making Halloween in December, but whatever. I love it. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you've enjoyed all the Halloween stuff from this year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.